culture commentary.
Yeah, the lion thing, I mean, to me at least, the glaring hypocrisy of it all is twofold. You know, you have the abortion tape that comes out, several abortion tapes. And I mean, the American people were certainly affected by that. Same media outlets that virtually shunned that thing. But I don't particularly like the fact that the guy shot the lion. But
you think it's like a wag the dog situation where they're
I really do. I really do. There's always these, you know, the Confederate flag was the last one, and there's always these emotive, sort of distraction media charades when there's real substantive things to be talked about, and they just so happen to fall when they affect the left. So the fact that the media, and I can speak of this personally, media is just sycophants. I mean, I've been in these studios. I know how they determine this. I know how they make these decisions. It's so appalling. But these people, they can ignore baby black market
body parts. If it was just Cecil the lion, I would probably be scoffing just because, I mean, really? It's like the Coney thing, or it's like Bring Back Our Girls. Like, I don't have an issue with the issue. My issue is that there's all these other things happening, and this is the selective moral outrage that everyone. I mean, I'm tired of seeing that stinking lion in my newsfeed. I mean, he was 13. A lion's lifespan's 14 years old. It's an old lion. Granted, the circumstances stink. I don't give a crap about the circumstances. If somebody shot a dog, I'd be upset. If somebody shot a giraffe, I'd be upset. If somebody shot an elephant, I'd be upset. I'd genuinely be upset, especially if I'd seen a video or something. But the point is, when something like this happens, you prioritize all the other things going on in the world. If Joe Blow puts up how much 10 times a day he hates the dentist that shot Cecil the lion, well, then I'm expecting Joe Blow to be putting up all kinds of stuff every single day because there's way more disconcerting things in the world.
And that sort of speaks to something I think a little bit larger, which is, I do think there's a real moral broken compass within us as people, because I agree with you, the social media outrage, and of course social media outrage is another conversation because it's sort of like outrage without any commitment, without any real doing anything. But you're right. I mean, this sort of, we got to do something about this, is present here with this lion. I mean, you have genuine people who are like, well, this can't stand. This is injustice. And it's very disconcerting as a morally clear thinker to think of a society that's just completely lost their way in this regard.
And you know, the wag the dog thing, it's funny that you mentioned that because we know the Clintons were famous for that. And I know for a fact that, you know, while Clinton was part of the White House, that was definitely going on. But, you know, the left is kind of they're all cogs in a machine. Some of them are more powerful than others, but they follow the same playbook. So without any conspiracy theory, like fear of that I'm going off the deep end, I think that that's definitely something that's conceivable. Because I'm just so tired of Cecil, I just had to mention him because I saw his stupid face one more time on my news feed, and I think I want to shoot the lion now. But anyway, that's a whole other story. The Planned Parenthood thing, I have been truly and genuinely convicted because
I have too. Yeah, right.
Abortion in and of itself is disgusting, and I hate it. I'm not a protester, an activist, but I hate it. I should be. But I'm not a protester, activist, and I hate it. But the fact that this is going on, you know, thinking about the early 70s when Roe versus Wade, the science behind that versus the science behind what we have now, compounding, you know, the change of society and everything else going on, and apathy for human life. It gets to the point where you have a White House saying that all these behind-the-scenes videos, that, by the way, whoever did them, they're amazing.
A big hero of mine, this guy that shot me. Big hero of mine. Did everything right, by the way.
Yeah, did everything right.
Did everything right. From the way he released them to knowing the press, his power structure. Yeah,
the skill set to be able to go in there and effectively realize that these people are human garbage and pretend to be whoever they were pretending to be.
And you know what is so shameful of the leftist ideology? I mean, this issue in and of itself, regardless of politics and partisanship, I really see it as it's one of the truly nonpartisan issues. Unfortunately, it is, but it shouldn't be, and it's reflective of who we are. It's a very, very sad thing. In fact, I think personally that this issue has changed me in the sense that I don't think we come back. You know, I don't think we come back. I think you morally cross a line as a civilization when you see these videos and do nothing. I think this is a death knell. And I think the purge, Luke, I think the punishment or the purge, I think it's only pain. I've said that repeatedly. But I wanted to tell you this on just a media level and on a guerrilla journalism level. There's so many things that can be said. I liked how you said, you know, the guy had a tremendous amount of skill in even getting this information. Then he had a tremendous amount of skill of understanding how horrible the media is. You got Ernest out there attacking his credibility. He knew all the patterns that the media, it's as if he studied, he planned And he released
they're
them
so
one
predictable.
by one, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And lastly, the Department of Justice coming after him.
Yeah.
And literally removing these things. That in and of itself is scary and frightening.
But not shocking.
Not shocking at all. I mean, this is a tyrannical environment we live in now. Dominoing scary things from this administration, from the IRS, and so many other things. But this one's particularly interesting to me because when I was growing up, the left loves whistleblowers. The left loves people who take it to power. The left loves guerrilla journalism. The left loves Michael Moore. So this is complete about face. And not only are they trying to discredit this guy, they have judges shutting this guy's videos down. I mean, the desperation involved there.
If you think about how much money is at stake, but a lot more than that. Evil in play for 40-something years, just evil. That's, you got the principalities of darkness working. I mean, $550 million a year going towards this, plus the money they make on abortion.
The political aims that this has.
Any sort of pushback or any sort of pullback of the curtain, the administration just assures you that this is just crazy nonsense, that you don't have anything to worry about. I mean, remember that one speech where he's like, you will have people tell you that this is totalitarian dictatorship. Well, you have nothing to worry about. Well, isn't it exactly what a totalitarian dictator would say to his dumb, massive, idiot population? And I'm sorry, there are so few people that even give a crap. And it is just disheartening and scary. And the fact that the left gets away with it and thinks that they can get away with it, I don't fault them as much as I fault the general public for not caring. But I do think this is a very specific call to arms. I was reading J.K. Chesterton versus Margaret Sanger this morning. Just a cold-hearted, disgusting human being that Sanger was versus just the warmth and love of Chesterton. And I think that comparison holds true. Pick Hillary Clinton versus
like a Carson or somebody like that.
Like a Ben Carson. Exactly. Love and warmth. The darkness is such that certain people's eyes are just not going to see.
I am here to attest and affirm that our faith and belief in God is central to the American story and informs the values we've expressed in our party's platform.
All those delegates opposed say no. And the platform has been amended as shown on the screen.
Obama has actually passed the NDAA. He does have a secret kill list. He has expanded the Patriot Act. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, he's Obama.
Take your time.
Those are not facts. All of those, what you just stated, those wasn't facts.
They're not. But for the greater good, so I'm definitely a supporter.
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm going to vote for Obama, and hearing that stuff honestly doesn't change it. I'm a liberal.
I'll make our government open and transparent. I mean, if Iran ever tried to pose a serious threat to us,
essentially we're purchasing assurances that the breakout is at least a year.
Yes, we can.